willingness to he's like, I don't care, I'll make an ass out of myself. I really don't give a shit. That, you kind of need a little bit of that to be successful in the biz. And I think, especially back in the time when Kurt Angle was coming through.
Yeah, he had all those other he had the greatest wrestlers of all time against him. So, I mean, and he found a way to be one of the best to ever do it. So, I mean, yeah, he knew what he was doing. And he's very similar to Chad Gable. I mean, Kurt Angle had a better Olympic and amateur background, obviously, but Gable, very close, very, very close. He's an Olympian. He can do it. His shit in the ring is just fantastic. But anyway, that's just me rambling. I think they could do it. They could definitely do it, and that rebuilds the whole tag team division.
I agree with you on that, Mike. I think that is kind of what the Raw tag team division needs right now, because it's suffering from a huge lack of credibility. Because as we've seen, we've got Drake Maverick over here saying that he'd rather piss on someone else's robe than piss on himself. I guess I'm not really sure what the moral of that whole story is. It's just botched comedy sketches almost for the Raw tag team division. They get booked over as jobbers left and right, and I think you're absolutely right that every single person that you're proposing for that TLC match would 100%. We all know they could go. WWE knows that they can go, so why not give them the chance? It's 2 triple threat matches on the same card. Who gives a shit? Yeah, it's 2 TLC matches on the same card. Who gives a shit? That's why we watch the pay-per-view anyway, because we want to see a TLC match. If you throw 2 in there, holy cow, 2 for the price of 1. That's an even better thing. I really agree with you. I was I didn't know how I felt about it when you proposed it to me, but the more and more you convinced me, I'm 100% on board with this idea. I think we need to make it happen.
I agree. All you're doing is building stars here. I mean, I'd honestly rather see this match than see New Day, The Bar, and the Usos, just because I've seen it so much. I know they can deliver, and I already think of them as stars as it is. I'd rather see these guys go at it. I'd rather see the young guys go at it. But
yeah, and the other part of that too is with the AOP, Rude and Gable and Revival match. There's a hint of a mystery about that. We haven't seen those 3 teams in the ring together. We don't know what they can bring. We simply just don't know. So that's interesting if you ask me. That's new. That's fresh. That's the kind of programming that WWE needs to keep their young stars relevant and to keep the product relevant in general.
I know what they can bring. They'd bring a hell of a fucking match. I guarantee that.
Yeah, that's exactly what they'd fucking bring.
But anyway, let's move on. I guess one more thing about the tag team division. I don't know if I like Lucha House Party, but they can go in the ring. I do kind of like the aspect they can go in the ring. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll see what Lucha House Party does.
Stop having the Revival lose to them is what you need to do.
I agree. Revival should be the tag team champs in that division. And they should
Revival should be the tag team champions. You're absolutely right.
If you could make that just like the Attitude Era, and you can even make tag team matches every week. Just make them an authority figure or a heel, and they just kick ass, and they're just your guys, and they just do it because that's what they are. They kick ass. But hey, I don't know. They don't get it. They don't get it.
I mean, even that's not even me saying I don't like AOP as the tag champs, because I think under different circumstances, I would be ecstatic to have AOP be the Raw tag team champions.
I think AOP is also. I agree exactly what you just said. AOP is great, but they're not building them great. They're just not building the whole championship.
Exactly.
They're not building the whole thing great.
It doesn't really mean anything to be the Raw tag team champions right now.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. Let's move on now to the bit we were talking about at the top of the show, and that is the SmackDown Triple Threat Women's TLC title match. Mike, love it or hate it? Do you wish this was just Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, or are you glad that they put Asuka in it?
I'm glad they put Asuka in it. I didn't want to see Becky versus. I'm probably the only person in the world that didn't want to see Becky Charlotte again. I'm glad they put Asuka in it. I like different. I like new, because Becky Charlotte. I'm thinking I'm assuming you just put Becky over again, and you're just gonna do whatever you want with Charlotte's. Whatever she's done now, all this popularity she's risen from Becky being out, you got to keep the momentum going. Keep her momentum going. So I'm glad with, and then you build a new. That's what SmackDown does so much better than Raw. They built Asuka up, and she has so much popularity now. She has momentum now going too. She can lose this, and I feel like she still comes out better than she would have been before.
See, but all right, I'm gonna have to interrupt you and disagree with you there. I don't know that SmackDown. I mean, at least when she was on Raw, Asuka had like a 1,000-day win streak going. On SmackDown, she moves to SmackDown, loses her first goddamn match on SmackDown at WrestleMania, and then loses the exact next week again to fucking Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, or to the Iconics even, not even Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. It's the fucking Iconics. Which, again, nothing against the Iconics. I actually really like the Iconics, but it's just more of about the wrestling ability than anything. But, I mean, back to what you're saying. Yeah, I 100% agree. Adding Asuka to this match opens up so many doors, and the fact that it's a TLC match just makes it that much better. And this match is going to tear the fucking house down. If this match does not main event TLC, you will see a picture of my pasty white ass on TLP's Twitter.
Dude, yeah, I 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. That needs to be the main event. I've been thinking that the whole time. That's the main event. If that's not your main event, I don't understand what you're doing. What is it going to be? AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan? It can't be.
It can't be. It can't be any of that. I'm just going to say it right now. The SmackDown Women's Division has been the main event of WWE for the past month and a half, maybe.
Maybe longer than that. Yeah, I agree with you.
Longer than that, yeah. Maybe I'll call it 2 months. 2 months. The last 2 months, the SmackDown Women's Division has been the reason I've watched WWE.
They've continued to build stars too. Sonya Deville is getting better. Mandy Rose is doing great. I mean, you could have said earlier that I would have just said, hey, Mandy Rose is only there because she's really beautiful. She's a really good looking woman. And now she's just like, her talent has evolved. Now she's really good. She's doing better on the mic. I'm like into Mandy Rose now. I'm like, wow, she's pretty interesting. I could see her making a run later in her career. The Iconics, they continue to develop. The Iconics always been good at NXT, but the Iconics are doing this. Carmella, who was nothing in NXT, you never thought she was going to be anything. Now she's so popular, so over. And this whole SmackDown Women's Division is doing great.
Calling it right now, Sonya Deville's a future women's champion.
All right, I think Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose have a good rivalry coming in the future, and I can't wait to see it.
Sonya Deville has improved more than anyone else in the WWE roster. I think this year, I think that it has been really evident over the course of the entire year how much better she's gotten, and I think it just serves to highlight just how solid, top to bottom, SmackDown's women's roster is. I mean, if you look at the top, you have Becky Lynch, you have Charlotte, okay? I don't think anyone's going to argue that those two are the top in the business right now. They're just fucking rocking and rolling, kicking down everything in their path. Then you've got, like, the half step down. You've got, like, Naomi, Asuka. I mean, you could even throw, I think, no, I wouldn't do that. But then, I mean, it's like tiers like 1A, and then like 1B is literally, I would feel comfortable throwing in that 1B tier Sonya Deville, the Iconics, Carmella, Mandy Rose. I would feel comfortable throwing all of them in that 1B tier right there, right now.
I 100% agree. They're all phenomenal. Before I move on, I want to shout out the Riot Squad because I wanted to shout them out. I love what the Riot Squad's doing right now. I like what they did.
Good.
I liked what they did against Raw, and they just came out and jumped. Fuck. Say it for me. No, Natalia. I'm sorry, Natalia. You're phenomenal. But anyway, they jumped Natalia.
Also veteran, Natalia. Veteran leadership. Gotta love her.
Very good. She's doing the business, dude. She's in the business. She knows what she's doing. She's putting other people over. She's great. She loves the business. But she's putting them over. I love what the Riot Squad... That was actually that was probably my favorite part of Raw. And they just jumped out of nowhere and they kicked her ass. And then immediately after, Ronda just scraped them off like they were nothing. I'm like, come on, it's 3-on-1. Give the Riot Squad some credibility. But anyway, that's none of the point. Let's go back to the SmackDown Women's Division.
Yeah. Which
is phenomenal. I was going to say, I don't know if Sonya can deliver on the mic. I think she needs Mandy Rose at this point in her career.
I mean, I think I'm not saying that she doesn't still have a long way to improve. I'm just saying in terms of, like, just being a professional wrestler, holy cow, has she improved.
I agree with that. I think Sonya's a star in the making. She has all the wrestling skills, and she looks the part.
She does. She looks the part. She looks the damn part. I mean,
I think she's a star in the making. I haven't really. You never really heard her on the mic, and that's why I think she kind of needs Mandy. You don't really. It doesn't like they don't have to be like tag team partners, but like that rivalry, I think Mandy could carry the rivalry. Like just chirping at her, I think that would be phenomenal, and I think it'd be great. And I think that's how great the women's division. The women's division is better than the men's division right now, by far. And it's just like I never expected I would see that, but it is. It's phenomenal.
It is. They're putting good storytelling in it, and they're putting the time. They're making complex, diverse characters that I care about and I want to see. And I care about what happens to each and every one of them. Like, I want to see what happens next.
I wanted to see Mandy and Sonya at TLC, but I actually want that story to keep playing out. We'll see what happens. It seems like they're doing like the Becky and
slow build.
The Becky, but the Sasha Banks and Bailey thing, which I really hated.
Except they're actually doing it the right way.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know if they're going to actually get into the rivalry.
That's true. Actually, we don't. The world might never know.
We'll see. It seems like they were getting into it, and then just kind of teased it, and then we'll see. I don't know.
We'll see.
Let's talk about Becky coming back. Let's talk about the champ coming back.
The champ?
Let's talk about the champ. I can't go a minute without talking about the champ.
We can't go an episode without... If TLP ever goes an episode without talking about the Fukin champ, just go ahead and cancel us. Take us off Spotify. Take us off everything. We don't deserve it anymore.
What do you think about the champ coming back?
The champ is defiant. The champ is resilient. The champ is the champ. And she's the man. Also, Becky Lynch's new entrance graphics on the screen, incredible. Absolutely incredible. She just needs like a revamped like entrance theme now, and goddamn Becky Lynch, the transformation will be complete from Becky Lynch to the man. She is already like it's like a loading bar. You see it loading and it's like 98.9% loaded. All she needs is just that little revamp of her theme music, and holy cow, it's there. She's got the attitude, she's got the swagger, she's got the walk, she's got the belt, most importantly. And now she's got the entrance graphics. She just needs the entrance theme. I
think the theme's there. I think once you hear the whoa, you just pop. You pop immediately. But whatever.
The pop, man. The pop.
Dude, yeah. I love that she's back. I kind of like that she's going after Charlotte and she like trying to shut her up because that's like her trying to take her spotlight. But I wish we would have saw Becky go after Nia. I wanted to see Becky go after Nia.
Yeah, I think that's obviously what we all wanted to see. I think what's kind of hindering that right now is just being across different brands. But I think if we get them on the same brand after the Superstar shakeup, after WrestleMania, then that is definitely a feud that they could visit at that point, and they would still be able to... I think it would still be, soon enough to where they could call back on Nia breaking Becky's face, obviously, and have it not be so far where it's like, okay, like this is a little ridiculous,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, do you think that's too long? But you just addressed that. What I was thinking, like, yeah, I just kind of want her to go right after her, not deal with anything else. To say, hey, this is what I got to do. But I mean, it's just keep building the champ. Keep building the champ. Let her do whatever she's got to do. She's gonna continue to be popular. She's gonna still be a star. I guess you can't really. I don't know. I'm nervous, dude. I'm nervous that Champ's gonna lose her title.
Dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. Becky Lynch could punt a kitten from one end of the ring to the other, and everyone would be like, "Okay, yeah, we were dog people anyway." I mean, I'm telling you, that's how over she is right now.
If she does lose it, they might just be building for the Royal Rumble.
I'm thinking that's what it is. To a Ronda versus Becky WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, which I would love. I would love it. I would love it.
Dude, wait a minute. Think of the pop if Becky wins the Royal Rumble.
I can hear that pop already, but I just don't.
That pop is so loud, I can preemptively hear it for 2 months from now.
They're not going to give us the Royal Rumble.
They have to.
They tried to
keep Daniel. This is Daniel Bryan all over again.
I know what they're going to do. They're going to.